going on, everyone? Outspoken Silent One. I want to touch on something that's really it's definitely breaking news. Recently, I believe it was yesterday, Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal spoke out against abolishing the police. Now they're getting hit with a bunch of backlash. I decided I'm going to make a video on this, kind of get away from more of the political part of it and go towards where it's actually expanding into professional sports and everything else. But when I heard that, it hit me. The first thought was, great, finally someone else is speaking out against it, showing that not all athletes, not all celebrities follow Black Lives Matter. Because what they're asking for changes so many different times. Their narrative is never the same. It's always Black Lives Matter until no lives matter until Black Lives Matter, or something along those lines. And it's getting very old. Getting tired of hearing it. We had the officer in Louisville, Kentucky, the night of the verdict was given on Breonna Taylor. Black cop shot. Nothing said about it. Nobody brings this up. Not celebrities, not even the media, nobody. They don't say anything about this. And now we have two well-known ex-NBA players, Hall of Famers in their own ways, that are announcers now for the sport, coming out and saying, don't call for abolishing and don't call for defunding or anything else, because it's not going to help the black community. It's actually going to turn it for the worse. They don't believe that it would help, because there's been plenty of people, even Alice Sharpton, the guy that couldn't be any more of a bigot than LeBron James is. I mean, he's for the black community. Anything that happens to the black community, he is there to speak out. A lot of times, if he's getting paid, he's going to get paid for it. My thought might not be the issue, but he does enough of it. Now, I finally want to say it's great that this has happened, that these athletes come out. Not even Herschel Walker spoke out against it. Look what happened to him. He even spoke at the RNC, and then they still go after it. Black lives don't matter to them. It's the same when the Attorney General announced the verdict to the public of everything that happened. They went off on him, saying that he wasn't the one that he was a disgrace to the black community, to blacks everywhere, because he sided with what happened, even though he had no take in any of it, of what would happen, what the verdict came down from, that the grand jury had given. He's just giving everybody the information, but they still attack him. But it's finally great to see that even Barkley and O'Neal and Shaq are speaking out against it. To me, it is great. We know that not long ago, when the NBA decided they were going to do the boycott, another analyst for the show that Barkley and Shaq do got up and walked out off stage because he felt he needed to stand with the black community. I couldn't help but notice Barkley and Shaq, both black players and celebrities, didn't join him. They didn't do it. That caught my attention. I said, okay, great. Now we finally have something going on that is really good. I've given my thoughts on the Breonna Taylor verdict. I still believe that it was justice. Just because they decided on this answer, they decided what they did of not charging anyone. People are going off their feelings and not what's actually the facts and everything presented to them. They are ignoring that because they're going off feelings, and it's a black woman that or black person that died by the hands of the police. That's something completely different. I agree with Barkley. I agree with Shaq. And even Al Sharpton, I agree with. I've never once ever, I don't think, agreed with Al Sharpton that this is a bad move, because we're going to keep having what has been happening all summer. Police getting attacked. Even more so recently because they're not even doing anything and they get fired upon. So I say, finally, thanks for Barkley, thanks for Shaq speaking out, because we needed more to do this. Unfortunately, I'm going to make the claim now. It is just a day or so after what Charles Barkley had said that I don't see them keeping their jobs much longer. They're not going to be part of that broadcast of their show that they do during the NBA games. They're not going to be there much longer because of their views and how quick and fast the media, the Democrats, the celebrities, the athletes, all jumping on and blindly going towards this Black Lives Matter movement. I can see that happening really soon, though. So I'm making the claim right now that before anybody else can say, no, you're just making it up, they're not going to resume they're not going to keep their jobs much longer. Because even police sheriffs who are forced into retirement because of the Black Lives Matter movement. We had the bar owner just the other day, actually last weekend, commit suicide because he was attacked defending his bar. Prosecutor didn't, throughout the case, he wasn't going to press charges of what happened. And then the public pushed it so much, telling him he needs to do something about it because he had actually killed somebody while he was defending his stuff. Just the same, or just in defending himself and his business. Which goes right along the same lines as Kyle Rittenhouse on defending himself from the mob attacking him and him killing the two and shooting the third. It's self-defense. Well, they pushed this prosecutor so much, he finally just caved to him. He said, fine, I'll press charges. They charged him. That following weekend, he commits suicide. Now, why would you want to support this? Why would you want to support something that brings on this kind of reaction, this kind of attack on their own community, where they're basically running not just our judicial system, not just our media, but actually in our politics as well, because we have our whole Democrat and far left radicals supporting it and won't even admit Antifa is a terrorist group and that they're a violent organization. I'd actually even recently heard just on the news the other night, actually last night, they wanted to, or he was an ex-lawyer, it's a black, I don't know if he's an ex-lawyer, but I know it's a black person, flat out said, not just Antifa and the Klan or for Trump to actually label the Klan and the Antifa as terrorist groups, but also the Black Lives Matter organization that openly have said they want to burn down our system and move, or doesn't matter if it's literal or not, to do it. And that they're openly admitting that they're Marxist. Why are we supporting this? Why is our government okay with this? Why is our government putting out and actually bailing and calling for these criminals to be released from jail, to pay their bails? We have Florida, where we have Bloomberg spending millions of dollars to pay off criminals' fines and restitutions so they can vote. So they can vote in November. Doesn't matter what party these people would vote for. That is illegal. It is not allowed, and he's under investigation. So why is this okay? Why are they fighting so much? Why is it nobody can mention Soros' name without being attacked or being edited on Twitter or Facebook or anything else? Why is this? We need our government. We need our judicial system. We need our media. We need even our own communities to finally just stop seeing it in one racial way. And that won't stop until the black community, and it is a huge portion of the black community, not all, stop holding on to racism. When they stop bringing race into every situation anymore, I'm 90% certain all racism will stop. I know there are white racist people, but there are, in my opinion and way I see it, yeah, there are white racist people out there, but to me, I see more racist black people. They're the ones going after, saying everything they can't, or everything that comes to their mind and that's ever been put out there as a racial slur towards whites. Even to the point where they're actually going after other blacks saying this stuff. I don't understand it. We need answers. So if anybody can give us these answers, we need to know. If you agree with me, thank you. Let's get the answers for these questions. Let us know what's going on. Quit ignoring it. Quit turning a blind eye to these so-called peaceful protests and actually putting your foot down and stopping it. Now, if you like my stuff, you like what I say, you agree with it, even just a little bit, you like hearing my voice and my opinion, or because you might have the same ones and you're not willing to share it, subscribe to my channel, please. If you like it, hit like. If you have any suggestions or any comments about what I say, let me know. Put them in comments down below and I will respond. I don't have enough people saying anything to make a difference. That I'm just going to overlook anything someone has ever put in my comments. And if you think others and you know others that feel this way or are the same as you, share it with them. Spread this message. All I want to do is see things taken care of. I am not racist, but I have started leaning that way because of this movement. Others have too. Now, if you liked it, please subscribe, share, like, comment. If you didn't, thanks for watching. Maybe your views aren't the same as mine, but these are my personal and only views that I want to put out. And to me, these are how I see things. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Help me out. If not, I'm not the guy for you. So that'll end my video. That'll end this video. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks.